So this is Linda and Lucy. This is Lucy's maiden time in the Kula Lunge. Linda is an experienced long reiner. I'm just going to give her a little bit of advice when it's needed. She's possibly a little bit rusty. Lucy was broken in earlier this year, so she's done a little bit of long reining, but not a lot. Lucy's breaker tends to like to just get on them and ride them, but at Linda's request he did do a couple of long reining sessions. So Lucy's in the Kula Lunge to start to develop a rounder frame and more of a connection. Obviously the side reins are quite loose today because this is her first time in the Kula Lunge. We in no way, shape or form want Lucy to feel that she's being restrained or having her head held down, so there's literally basically no contact with the side reins. As the session goes on, we will begin to tighten up the side reins a little bit to the point where there's a little bit of contact. And then the other purpose for Linda long reining Lucy is she's going to be broken into harness, which is really exciting. So Lucy is a purebred Clydesdale. I think she's 5. Is Lucy 5, Linda? 6?
Yeah, just about. Close enough.
Nearly 5, there we go. And so as you can see, she's been mouthed beautifully and broken in beautifully. Her breaker has done a great job.
Sorry, Mummy's got crazy steering.
If you heard that, Linda said she has crazy steering. She's just a little out of practice. You can see how relaxed the mare is. That little sneeze, that breathing out, she's breathing, she's happy, she's calm. Sometimes horses can react to the hindquarter sling. Would never have been lunged with side reins on. That's not how her breaker handles things, but obviously she's been ridden with a contact. And then I'm happily sitting behind the phone today, just enjoying Linda doing the hard work. So Lucy has to learn to stop with somebody behind her, because this is how it's going to happen when she is actually in a harness pulling a cart. So I believe the next step after this will be she's going to get sent to a professional person to break her into harness, but is that they'll start by pulling a tyre and then eventually add it to harness. Should open your right rein a little bit more. That's it. So you can even shorten that right rein a little bit. There we go. She's sort of like she's wanting to turn like a Clydesdale and lead with that, like a harness horse, I should say, and lead with that shoulder. So if you just open the right rein a little bit, vibrate it, get her head coming around. Like, I get that she'll have to go a different way in the harness or whatever you call the...
Yeah, she doesn't like, she tends to not want to bend into the, on this rein. That's actually a little bit better.
Okay. Oh, so it's a side thing?
Yeah.
Yep, so she's stiffer on this side.
Yeah, definitely stiffer on the right.
All right, well, this is a good way of
Better.
resolving that, because we don't want her or you ending up crooked.
Well, she's got to deal with me to start off with first.
The straighter she is, the straighter you can be. The straighter you are, the straighter she can be.
That's what I'm working on.
So, she's very relaxed with that contact. We can tighten up the side reins now a bit if you want.
Okay.
So I'm just going to turn the phone off and help Linda tighten the side reins. That involves me getting off my bottom. Hard work. Okay, so when you halt her, I'll come and give you a hand. Very good halting.
Yeah.
Just tighten up the side reins
Okay.
to the point where there's just a very light contact on Lucy's mouth now. So they do need to be a little bit tighter again, but we don't want to do things in extremes. This is Linda's and Lucy's, forward with that video, Linda's and Lucy's first long reining session together. Lucy's first time in the Kula Lunge. So we want to bring her on slowly, not be like, wham, we're just gonna put you in a contact. The good thing with the Kula Lunge is the bit is attached, sorry, the clip on the side reins is that attaches to the bit. The side reins run through that clip, so it's not a fixed contact, unlike with side reins. Then the side reins run through the roller, so again, it's not a fixed contact. So it offers a lot more freedom than a set of fixed side reins, even with side reins having elastic inserts. Now the side reins on the Kula Lunge also have elastic inserts. Be very careful with horses. They will freak out if they feel like they're being restrained. I have seen more than one horse flip over from having side reins on too tight, and this was at a competition, so nobody that I was associated with, but it was still terribly scary watching that. So good job. See how she's starting to come down now? So Lucy's starting to soften to the contact and come down into work in around a frame, which is what we want. But we want to do that without forcing Lucy into a rounder frame. That is not the purpose of what we're doing. That is not the purpose of training. And if you do force them into a rounder contact, as I said, it can be quite dangerous. Good girl, good stopping. So that's not what we want. And you can see how Lucy's mouthing the bit softly there, so she's quite nice and relaxed. I will try a little, when she comes back around this side, I'll try and zoom in, but good turning. So these are all things that she needs to practice. It's going to improve her straightness on the ground. Improve her straightness, which is going to make her a nicer horse to ride under saddle. And then this is also, as I said, preparing her. Watch that flexion to the outside. So if you have to make your circle smaller because she's leading with the shoulder, then make your circle smaller because she has to soften and come around. Yeah, good. So the shoulder's not leading. So remember to support with your outside rein still. Good girl. And again. So if Linda was carrying a whip, this is where you could point the whip at the shoulder. We are not introducing a whip today. That would be one thing too many, and I'm not sure that Lucy's been lunged with a whip before. And you can, as you see there, Linda's using the outside rein to give her a little flick up. That's more than okay as well.
You can go forward with contact, good girl. Well done.
What'd she like to trot?
I'm going to find out.
Cool. Yeah, put her on a better side first, definitely. Not like my clicking's going to do much from back here.
Oh, and tail's put up, hang on.
Don't worry about it. Unless it's changing the balance of your side rein. So yeah, that's better. Just watch the flexion to the outside. Good, and you can see there she is still more than capable of getting her head up. Those side reins probably still need to be a little bit tighter. But I'm not too sure how much Lucy trots on the lunge either, so all by degrees. When we get those side reins a little bit tighter, it will make it easier for Linda to turn her because she'll have more support and balance. Now, if Linda was more industrious, she could actually run around the arena with Lucy and trot, but that's not going to happen. Nobody wants to see Linda fall over. Linda has had a double knee replacement, I think 12 months ago, so she's doing pretty damn good as far as I'm concerned.
Steady and trot on.
Good there.
Trot on.
Good. She's starting to drop to the contact a little bit. And you'll see that Linda stays in line with or just behind. Vibrate your inside rein. Good job. In line with or just behind the shoulder to keep the mare moving around her. And Lucy says, I have run around in enough circles now. Good rhythm. job. And she is responding to voice commands quite nicely. I'm not sure that she's been taught many voice commands. Oops. So she just got a little bit. Linda got a little bit in front of the shoulder there and they lost that balance for a moment, but it's fine. We're in a fenced arena. That's literally like the first time they've made a mistake. Now that is happening because the gate is in that corner as well. So Lucy, and we haven't shut the gate because it's not a very good gate anyway. I think my next lesson's here, which is fine. Being able to stop and stand still is paramount for being in harness in a cart. I mean, we always like our horses to stop, but if you think about the logistics of not being on their back and being behind them and then being in an object that follows them, it can actually be mildly terrifying if you're not haven't got enough control over your horse. So they're just, you're vibrating that right rein. You can see that she does want to flex to the outside more on this side, bring her quarters to the inside, and then lead with her right shoulder. So Linda's job is to keep flexing that right rein, and then we will introduce a whip because I'm fairly confident you need a whip when they're in harness anyway. That's better. You can actually point the whip at the hindquarter and try to push it out a little bit. Good there. Better. Good job. Think about Clydesdale. So then there, she's falling in on that inside shoulder. So you'll see that the circle is getting, be careful, the circle is getting smaller because the mare's wanting to lead with that right shoulder. So this is something that would be happening under saddle as well. So it's definitely a situation that needs to be addressed. Otherwise you have crooked horse and crooked rider, and then horse makes rider more crooked, rider makes horse more crooked, and it's just a whole downward spiral. So what I mean by straight is Lucy's body from pole to tail needs to be following that curved line that she's travelling on. Back feet stepping up into or in front of the footprints left by the front feet. So as you can see right now, the hindquarters are sort of swinging in a little. Yeah, right.
Oh, that's nice. Well done.
Hindquarters are swinging a little bit and she keeps flexing out. And then when Linda and I said that was good, that was because she actually came up, like lifted the thoracic sling, came up through the shoulder for a moment, which means she then dropped the pole and became rounder and became straight for a moment on that curved line. Now it was only a moment in time, but Linda is rewarded that. I think it's Linda's keeping that lunge line. Good girl. Out of the way by pushing her over her shoulder. It's quite a good idea. You'll also see that Linda's not stepping back away from the mare. She's pivoting in a small circle or walking forward and hopefully not getting that lunge line caught around her ankle. I think she's pretty on task. Good job. Good job. Good. So I don't think we'll try canter today. Yeah, good mare. See how she's so much straighter on this side, so she's more willing to bend to the inside. And so her body is following that curved line, not right now, but it was following, there we go, that's better, that curved line from pole to tail. Now Linda's little outside rein get a little bit too long, and so then Lucy's taken advantage of that and come in a little bit on the circle. Just make your outside rein a little bit tighter. Good girl, that looks good. Good mare. That's right, so she's actually, when she's coming around and coming up through the shoulder, it's when Linda's tending to lose the forward a bit. So I think Lucy's kind of like, oh, this is a bit of hard work. And contrary to popular belief, Clydesdales can actually be very athletic. This mare is a good example of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good girl.
Oh, darling.
She's not clunking around the arena on heavy feet. Her footfalls are actually quite light. And you'll see she's good now, starting to stretch down and reach down and lift up her back more. I think that'll probably be close to doing enough with her.
I think so. I like that stretch.
Yeah, I'd probably say that's enough.
I'm happy if you're happy. I think that's...
I'm ecstatic.
Yeah,
All right, I'm going to
perfect.
sign this off now. So this is Lucy's training session with Linda for the day. Done and dusted. So obviously we take the side reins off. We'll take the long reins off and lead her up. And so if you found this helpful, please subscribe to our channel Kula Lunge. If you would like to know more about the Kula Lunge and how it can help your horse, please contact me. Check out our website. I am open to any questions you may have. Thank you for watching.